Hi again, welcome to day 24. Right away you'll see here that the Venn diagram for today is due. That is their reading response for writing today. That is the last thing I'll be needing from you this week, so if you didn't get day 22 math activities to me or day 21 science activities to me, please send those at your earliest convenience so that can just get checked off. Again, you don't have to turn those in, but your child will get a UC if I do not receive that from you. Starting next week, I will, after our last assignment is collected that I need for fourth quarter report cards, I will go ahead and start sending out emails about any missing work in case you either thought you turned it in, you did turn it in and I just missed it, or it just got kind of forgotten about in the shuffle. So I'll definitely be communicating with you about that next week. For reading today, your child will be reading Little Red's Secret Sauce. It's a different version of the classic Little Red Riding Hood story that students read yesterday. If your child did not read it yesterday, you might want to have them also read it today for reading. This is more of the classic Little Red Riding Hood story. If your child didn't read this yesterday, but you think they know the story pretty well, just maybe have them tell you, hey, what happens in Little Red Riding Hood? Who are the characters? What's the setting? And what are the big moments in the story? And if they can tell you that, then they'll be prepared for the writing activity today. If they can't, have them read this. Or if you have a Little Red Riding Hood story at home, they could read that as well. Little Red's Secret Sauce is a different version, so have your child read this today to help them prepare for writing. And then, after they do that, they can jump right into the reading response, and they can come back and read a little more later if they want. But after they're done reading, it's good to jump right into it using the Venn diagram. They'll compare and contrast Little Red Riding Hood and Little Red's Secret Sauce. Now, they do need 3 differences and 3 similarities. So for that, I would encourage you for the first bullet point, for all 3 to make these about the characters. So find a difference between the characters and a similarity. And for the second bullet points here, I would do the setting. So think about what's a difference and what's a similarity for the setting. And last but not least, like the plot. So something that happened in the story. What was a big difference in how the story was told and what was a similarity? And once you have completed that, please have your child send it to me on Google Classroom, or you can send me a picture. Truly anything, any way that works best for you and is convenient for you is good with me. And then after they're finished with that, they can of course do their handwriting pages. For math, they will create a flag or t-shirt design for the activity using equal shares, or they can do the math pages. This is an example if they were to create a flag of how both flags should have an equal share of colors. So there's 3 squares for red here, 3 squares for red here, but shown differently. So that's the goal, is that whatever design they make first, in the second design, it should have the same number of squares for each color in a different place, or just slightly differently arranged. So for the lesson 13.8 for the Envision resource, it's the exact same thing. Here's an example up here. I can make shares that are the same shape. These fourths are all squares. And here I use different shapes for the shares. So here they have rectangles to represent green and yellow instead of squares, and they kept these the same. So just slight adjustments, but still keeping equal shares of colors between the designs. Okay, and that's the gist. And again, on these work map pages, if you want your child to do the whole thing, that's fine. If that's too much, I would focus in on these first 2 pages and maybe choose 1 or 2 from down here. And then for fluency practice, first to 20 is a game they've played a few times. If they have a friend or a sibling or you to play with, that is great. If everybody's busy, they can get on Math Playground. And then for science today, they will be building a monster. Today's the design day. Tomorrow is the build day. But keep in mind, for the design, students will be creating a toy monster. And they'll need to think about the materials that they need to make it. There are a few requirements. First, you will draw and label your design before building it. That's what today is. The toy must be some kind of monster. So if they're trying to make it a person or trying to make it a true animal, I would remind them, well, it needs to be a monster. The toy must be flexible. The toy should have smooth parts and fuzzy parts, and the toy must be strong enough to hold together on its own. So before you even design it with them or before they design it, they need to be thinking through things that they have at home. Please don't feel the need to go buy anything. If you're looking everywhere and they've looked everywhere and you can't find something fuzzy they could use, it is okay if you don't have it. But maybe have them design it with it, and when they build it tomorrow, they just won't have it to add, and that's okay. Some examples of things we've used in the classroom are we cut out egg cartons, we use water bottles, paper towel holders, toilet paper holder rolls. We use pipe cleaners, felt, um, pom pom balls, yarn. There's all kinds of things that we use. So if you have any of that at home, that would be perfect. And if not, again, that is okay. Just find what you can. It's a good opportunity for students to be problem solvers and be a little bit more creative. And then today they're going to design it on this paper. It's the exact same format as the last few days, except they're planning their toy. So again, here's that checklist for them. And then they will be designing it. Tomorrow they will be building it, but if they're on a roll and they want to get building today, that's okay too. Either is fine. So that is it for day 24. Please send me that Venn diagram when you get a chance, and I'm excited to see student work tomorrow. Have a great day.